ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं खलु शायुतशक्तसुदीननरं। सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधव देवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। भुजे सव्यवेणुं शिरसि शिखिपिच्छं कटितटे दुकूलां नेत्रान्ते सहचरकटाक्षं विदधते। सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावनवसति लीलापरिचयो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। वन्दे नन्दव्रजस्त्रीणां पादरेणुम् अभीक्ष्णशः यासां हरिकथोद्गीतं पुनाति भुवनत्रयम्। भक्त्या विहीन अपराधलक्षै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नवृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। भूमोस्खलितपादानां भूमिरेव यवलम्बनं त्वय्यजात अपराधानां त्वमेव शरणं प्रभो। वागीशायस्य वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्या च वक्ष्यासि यस्यास्ति हृदये संवित् तं नृसिंहामहं भजे। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथेरारंभे करि मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरणे हय विघ्न विनाशन अनायासे हय निज वांछित पूरन। So today is a auspicious tithi, the disappearance of Gauridas Pandit and also disappearance of Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhu. Both are associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Rupa Goswami belongs to the Madhurya Rasa, whereas Gauridas Pandit belongs to the Sakhya Rasa, the friendship mode. So Rupa Goswami is one of the principal associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Through him, Mahaprabhu had given the instructions of the signs of devotion. The signs of devotion to Supreme Lord Shri Krishna and the path to attain that supreme state, that is Abhidheya Gyan, this knowledge was given to all of us through Rupa Goswami. To the Goswamis, Mahaprabhu had given this instruction that they should write scriptures and spread the movement of Krishna Bhakti all over India. So Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they had composed many books, and they have distributed it across the entire subcontinent at that time, and now which are being spread everywhere all through the world. So Rupa Goswami has a very special place in Gaudiya Sampradaya. He is Rupa Manjari. Rupa Manjari is very dear to Lalita Sakhi. Lalita Sakhi is very dear to Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is very dear to Sri Krishna. Therefore, Shri Rupa Manjari is a very special confidant of Lalita Sakhi, and therefore we are called as Rupanugas, the followers of Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami, even though Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Anupam, their brother, all the three belong to a very high class, noble, Brahminical family, still because they worked with the king of Muslim king at the time of Bengal, they considered themselves as very lowly. So when Mahaprabhu had come to Ramakeli, the village Ramakeli, on his tour towards Vrindavan Dham, at that time these two brothers, they had come to meet Mahaprabhu in the village Ramakeli, and there they submitted to him in a very humble manner. They fell at the feet of Mahaprabhu and expressed that they are very fallen. They are more fallen, many more times fallen, deeply fallen than the Jagai and Madhai. And therefore, they are mentioning that, because we have been working with the Muslims, we have spent our entire life serving them, our activities have also become like that of a malicious Muslims, and our habits, everything have become like that. Therefore, we consider ourselves such lowly. Because of our own activities, we have been dumped into the pit of stool, that stool of material sense enjoyment. In this manner, they submitted prayers to Mahaprabhu in a very humble manner. Mahaprabhu was very pleased with them, and he told that, in fact, to meet you two brothers only I have come here, all the way from Nilachal Dham. And then Rupa Goswami, after meeting Mahaprabhu, both Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they developed intense renunciation towards material world. And Rupa Goswami, at first he resigned from the from all his kingly official duties with the king, and then he distributed the money among the Brahmanas, devotees, family members, and he kept something in store. And also for the sake of Sanatana Goswami's necessities, he had put 10,000 gold coins with a grocery shopkeeper, with a grocer, and which was later used by Sanatana Goswami. He gave 7,000 gold coins to the jail keeper in order to free him from the jail. So we will not go into that account of Sanatana Goswami, but Rupa Goswami has left everything, and then he waited for Mahaprabhu's next visit towards Vrindavan Dham. So he got a message that Mahaprabhu had set forth towards Vrindavan. At that time, he also started his journey towards north of India. And then when Rupa Goswami has reached Prayag and he stayed there, at that point he came to know that Mahaprabhu is also staying there, has also reached there. So then that is where Rupa Goswami has met Mahaprabhu for the second time. Means they are eternal associates. Mahaprabhu, when they met first time, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, at that time Mahaprabhu told that you are my eternal associates. Just to meet you two people, I have come here. Others may think that there was no purpose in for me to come here, but actually my purpose was only to meet you. So you are very dear to me, very sure, very soon Krishna will deliver you from whatever state you are in and then bring to me. So it so happened in the similar manner that Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, both of them developed deep renunciation and then they left. So now Rupa Goswami, when he came to Prayag, he met Mahaprabhu, and then there he stayed with Mahaprabhu. He got an opportunity to eat the remnant prasads of Mahaprabhu also. Rupa Goswami and also Anupam, his brother, was also there along with him. So both of them got an opportunity to serve Mahaprabhu and also to take the remnant prasad of Mahaprabhu. And they stayed at the Brahmana's place and they accompanied Mahaprabhu to various places wherever he went in Prayag. So in this manner, he got a good amount of time to spend with Mahaprabhu. Now Mahaprabhu took this as an opportunity, and one particular day Mahaprabhu had given the instructions to Rupa Goswami. So Rupa Goswami, through Rupa Goswami, as we have heard, through Rupa Goswami, Mahaprabhu had given these topmost instructions, the signs of devotion to the entire world. They stayed in Vrindavan, both Rupa and Sanatan later, after this meeting, they stayed in Vrindavan with extreme renunciation. They had no place to stay. They stayed under a tree, not a particular tree, but they kept on changing the trees. They did not stay under one particular tree also, because any place we stay for a stipulated time, we become attached to it. Therefore, they did not stay like that. They wore minimum clothes and they ate very minimum. Nidra, hara, vihara, kadi, vijitau. And sleep also very, very little. About 1.5 hours. 4 dandas means 1 hour 32 minutes. This is the total amount of time they took rest in the entire day. And the rest of the time they used to chant, they used to, search for Supreme Lord here and there. And they wrote scriptures. In this manner they spent their time. So, through Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, Mahaprabhu had taught renunciation, humility, and also the signs of devotion. Now, Mahaprabhu had spoken few instructions to Rupa Goswami, and he told that you contemplate on this, you meditate on this, expand on this, and write scriptures. So, the nectar of instructions, nectar of devotion, that is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Swami Maharaj has translated as nectar of devotion in English. It is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that is written by Rupa Goswami Pad. So there he writes about sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, what are the stages and how it has to be, what is sadhana bhakti, what are the various limbs of sadhana bhakti. All these things are very detailedly explained there in that particular scripture. So Mahaprabhu on one particular time he speaks to Rupa Goswami. That's called as Sri Rupa Siksha, teachings to Rupa Goswami. So that happened in Prayag. So our Gurudev has written in brief in Gaura Parshad book, the Associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu book. So we will go through part of it, and then as time permits us, we will try to read whatever is written here. So Mahaprabhu says that Krishna's devotion to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is very, very rare. Not everyone can attain Krishna Bhakti. So he starts with saying that there are innumerable living species. There are many, many living species. They are basically divided into two, that is Thavara and Jangama, mobile and immobile, moving and non-moving. There are moving creatures and non-moving creatures also. And among those moving species or creatures, again there are three types. Those who fly in the sky, those who are on the land, and those who are in the water. Water, land and air. The living entities who are in these three. So these are various kinds of living entities. And then even on the species, those who live on the earth, on the land, among them there are human beings. Means, moving, non-moving. And within the moving, there are those who are living in the sky, those who are living in the water, those who are living on the land. Those who are living on the land, they are even more little. And fewer are those who are living entities in those, moving on the land. Means those who are mobile creatures on the land. Among them, humans are few in number. Among those humans, there is again division of two. One is those who follow the Vedas, those who don't follow the Vedas. Those who don't follow the Vedas are like the Mlechas, the Pulindas, Yavanas, Bauddhas, etc. These persons, they don't follow the Vedas. Even among the humans, there is a class of people, they don't follow the Vedas. Therefore, they are not considered in this. So, those who follow the Vedas, they are still more fewer in number. Even those who have faith in the Vedas, there are again two categories of those persons. One is follow the injunctions that are given in the Vedas, and others they have faith in the Vedas, or you can say that they are they believe in the Vedas, but their activities are not as per the Vedas. So, in the believers of the Vedas, those who are actually following the religious principles, they are still fewer in number. And even more fewer are those persons, those who take to devotion. Because those who follow the Vedic principles, among them there are Karmanishta Bhaktas, those who follow the Karma Kanda. And there are also Jnananishta Bhaktas, those who follow the Jnana mark, the path of Jnana. But very, very few are those who follow the path of Bhakti, Krishna Bhakti. So Mahaprabhu, at first, he starts saying that Krishna Bhakti is very, very rare. Among the innumerable species that we see, probably one or two Krishna Bhaktas you find. That is the rarity of Krishna's devotion. And that devotion to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is possible only with only for those who have got Sukriti. Sukriti means those who have got pious deeds. Pious means not materially pious, spiritually pious or devotionally pious. Only those who have got devotional piety or devotional good activities, they are the only ones who become attracted towards Krishna Bhakti. Means, out of extreme fortune, one becomes Krishna Bhakta. That is what Mahaprabhu is telling, that it is so scarce and it is out of extreme fortune that one becomes a Krishna Bhakta. And those who become Krishna Bhakta practices devotional path following the scriptural injunctions and following the predecessor acharyas through the process of chanting Krishna Nam. Then slowly that devotee will take shelter at the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So it is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. We will read the few verses, the Bengali verses that are written by Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and simultaneously I will translate them into English. Brahmande Brahmite kono bhagyavan jeev Guru Krishna prasade pai bhakti lata bij. While wandering in this universe, material universe, a fortunate person, he gets the association of Guru. And by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, he gets the seed of devotional creeper. Devotion is compared to a creeper, and out of extreme fortune, after while wandering in this material Brahmanda, means sometimes we become human, sometimes we become animals, sometimes birds, sometimes beasts, sometimes something else. In this manner we have been wandering in this material world for innumerable lifetimes. So while wandering in this manner, one fortunate person, out of extreme fortune, one person gets the mercy of Guru and Krishna in the form of seed of Bhakti Lata. Devotion is compared to a creeper because creeper means it always needs a resting place, a shelter. Without shelter, a creeper will not grow, otherwise it will just grow on the surface. So you need to give a shelter to the creeper. So the devotion is sheltered at the feet of Sri Krishna. That is why it is compared to a creeper. माली होइया करे सेई बीज आरोपण श्रवण कीर्तन जले करे सेचन. So that person means that fortunate person who has received that bija, that seed, what he will do? He himself will become the gardener. Like a gardener sows the seed. Now a votary who has been mercifully graced by Guru and Krishna, he will sow that seed of Krishna Bhakti, and then he will, after sowing the seed, one should give water. Every day the seed should be supplied with water. And here in devotion, what is that water? That water is nothing but Shravana Kirtana, listening and singing the glories. We have come to Krishna Bhakti, means listening and speaking is the essential limb of Krishna Bhakti. Simply taking initiation from a guru is not the end point of devotion. That is the initial point, that is the starting point. If we have just received the seed, that seed needs to be sown, and every day it should be given water. That water is Shravana and Kirtana, listening and speaking the glories. So that is a votary should every day sing the glories and listen the glories of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. In this manner he will water the seed. उपजिया बाड़े लता ब्रह्मांड भेदी जाए बिरजा ब्रह्मलोक भेदी परव्योम पाए. So when this votary becomes a gardener, and just like a gardener gives water every day, in a similar manner the notary or the votary gives the water of Shravana and Kirtana to this Bhakti Lata seed, then slowly it will grow. The seed will grow, and then creeper will grow, and then ultimately it will pierce the Brahmanda. Means it will cross this material Brahmanda. That creeper, that seed belongs to Krishna. It's not a material seed, it's a devotional seed. So that seed pierces the Brahmanda, entire Brahmanda, and then goes further up. And then it crosses Viraja. Viraja is the border between Brahmaloka and this Brahmanda, this material universe, and the Brahmaloka. The border place is Viraja. Even that Viraja is pierced. It grows further. Then it goes to Brahmaloka, where all these transcendentalists like the Gyanis, etc., they want to merge into the Brahmaloka. So it enters into that Brahmaloka. But there also there is no shelter to Bhakti. There it does not find any place. So it grows further up. And then it goes to Paravyoma. Paravyoma means the Vaikuntha planets. That which is above the Brahmaloka is Paravyoma. It enters into the Paravyoma. And then there also it does not find the shelter. Finally it goes to Krishna Loka. Tabe jai tadupari goloka vrindavan Krishna charana kalpa vrikhe kare arohan. Then even passing through this Paravyoma means Vaikuntha planets, it enters into Goloka Vrindavan, which is above the Vaikuntha, and there it gets the shelter of Sri Krishna's lotus feet, which are compared to kalpataru, desire fulfilling tree, wish fulfilling tree. So this finally this bhaktilata seed, the bhaktilata, the devotional creeper finds its shelter at the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. These instructions are being given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Rupa Goswami. Taha bistarito hoya fale prema fall iha mali seche nitya shravana kirtanadi jal. So when it goes to Goloka Vrindavan, in Goloka Vrindavan it will yield the fruits. The tree has grown enough, the creeper has grown enough, now it will yield the fruit. What fruit is it? Prema. It is the love, the transcendental divine love. The fruits of transcendental love are grown into that creeper now. Where? In Goloka Vrindavan. While this is happening, still the votary or the gardener is supplying the water. He is supplying water to the tree, means Shravana Kirtana process is being continued. As much one realizes Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, so much he is in the need of Shravana and Kirtana. Means he cannot stay without Shravana Kirtana. For us, we are doing it out of duty. Sadhana Bhakti, we are said to do in this manner for us to make progress. But for a person who has actually realized that supreme transcendental place, for that person, he needs a surplus amount of Shravana and Kirtana. Means he is engaged in Shravana and Kirtana. He cannot stay a minute without Shravana and Kirtana. So here he is telling that while it is giving the yielding the fruits of Krishna Bhakti, here the votary, while situated in this material world, means he is liberated. While living also is liberated, but he is supplying Shravana and Kirtana, jal, water to this tree. Jadi Vaishnav aparad uthe hati mata upade ba chinde tar sukhi jaye pata. But in between, if there is there is a chance of Vaishnava aparad, offenses to the Vaishnavas, if that were to happen, it is just like a mad elephant. If you leave an intoxicated elephant or a mad elephant in the forest or somewhere, it will destroy everything, whatever comes on the way. He will not care for it because he is in an intoxicated state. And then he will uproot all the powerful trees. When it can uproot all the trees, what is a creeper? For him it is nothing. Isn't it? Creeper just even we can remove and throw it. So this Vaishnava aparada is compared just like a maddened elephant. That is the greatest hindrance, or you can say that is a blocker. It's not a hindrance, it blocks Krishna Bhakti, further progress. That is why he is telling that Tate mali jatna kori kore avaran aparada hastira jaiche na hoy udgam. So that is why the votary or the practitioner, what he should do? He should do a proper fencing or the boundary, very strong boundary, so that this maddened elephant, or we can say the offenses, does not come into Krishna Bhakti. When offenses, Vaishnava aparadha, are made, the offenses are made, then it will be very great hindrance to Krishna bhajan. That is why here a devotee or the practitioner, he constructs a fence or a boundary which is which stops from Vaishnava or from the maddened elephant to enter. Kintu jodi latar sange uthe upashakha bhukti mukti vancha jato asankhya tar lekha. But there is also another chance. That is, when you are watering the main tree, principal tree, what happens is there are other upashakhas, there are small weeds that also grow along with it. Isn't it? You see there are so many other grass or the weeds or some other things, that grow along the periphery of the main tree or the main creeper, whatever. So here he is telling that kintu jadi latar sange uthe upashakha, if along with this main creeper, if these weeds also grow, what are these weeds? They are compared to bhukti mukti vancha jato asankyatar lekha, the desire for bhukti and mukti, sense enjoyment and liberation. While performing devotion, we become desirous of material name and fame. We become desirous of pratishtha, prestige, false prestige, etc. All these things. Bhukti, enjoying tendency. And mukti and liberation. Oh, Brahmaloka is okay. I want to merge with Brahman. So, here these weeds are compared to the desires of bhukti and mukti, enjoyment and liberation. निषिद्धाचार कुटिनाटी जीव हिंसन लाभ पूजा प्रतिष्ठादि जत उपशाखागण. So, and furthermore they are mentioned nishiddhachar means those activities that are not to be performed. This is another weed that grows up. Kutinati, an exhibition of devotion, not performing actually but duplicity. For material name and fame, I want to be showing up as a great devotee, but inside there is nothing. So that is why this is the upashakha, this is the weed that is growing along with the main tree. And jivahinsa means, actually jivahinsa means, Prabhupada writes, depriving one from Krishna bhakti is jivahinsa. Jivahinsa, people say, being violent or harmful to living entities, killing or other things, they call as jivahinsa. But Prabhupada says the actual jivahimsa is to deprive one from Krishna bhakti, that is jivahimsa. Not to teach Krishna bhakti and to teach about mukti and bhukti, etc. This is jivahimsa. So, jivahimsa, labha, puja, some mundane gain, material gain for material worship, getting materially worshipped, pratishtha, material name and fame. So, these are the various weeds that grow along with Krishna bhakti. When we are performing Hari Bhajan, at that time these weeds also grow. We are performing Shravana and Kirtana, but simultaneously these are some devotees are saying, oh, you are such a nice devotee, Prabhu, you are so nice. If you do devotion, then so many people will, start praising you, and you think that, oh, I have become a great devotee. So in this manner we will be deviating from that. So whatever Shravana Kirtana we are doing only as an exhibition to others, and when we do so, then the main plant will not get the water. These weeds will eat away all the water. So here he is telling that these are the various weeds that grow along with the devotional creeper. शेकजल पाया उपशाखा बाड़ी जाए, स्तब्ध होइया मूल शाखा बाड़ीते ना पाए. When the Shravana Kirtana means, the listening and chanting, or the water, whatever we are supplying to this particular creeper, when it is taken by these weeds, then the main creeper, devotional creeper, will not get the supply of water. Whatever water is being supplied, it will only get to Labha Puja, some material gain, for name and fame, for false prestige. All this entire Shravana Kirtana, all these things are going into that direction only. So, they will not let the main principal branch or the principal creeper to grow. The weeds will not let. They will take away all the water. Prathamei upashakha karaya chedan tabe mool shakha bade jai Vrindavan. So, you should very, very carefully, before the weed becomes, very strong rooted, you should bring it out. When these weeds become very strong inside, it's very difficult to remove them. because they have got a very, very strong roots inside. Therefore, while they are growing, when they are growing, that time itself, whenever your eye goes there, oh, these weeds are growing, immediately you uproot them and throw them away. In the similar way, when you are performing Hari Bhajan, at that time, when we see that, oh, these defects, these various things are creeping into my Krishna Bhakti, immediately you should remove them. Otherwise, this main creeper will suffer severely and it will ultimately dwindle and be lost. It cannot get an opportunity to touch the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So in this manner, he has given instructions. There are many, many more instructions. That's a very long chapter where Mahaprabhu gives instructions to Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, which is called as Sri Rupa Siksha. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 19th chapter it is there. So here our Gurudev has written a few of those verses that I have read and remembered for my own devotional gain. And there is still a lot more, but there is no time to further read. So Rupa Goswami Pad has made his disappearance pastimes on this particular day, and also Gauridas Pandit, associate of Nityananda Prabhu, he also made his disappearance pastimes on this particular day. So we pray at the lotus feet of both Shri Gauridas Pandit and Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhu and their non-different manifestation, our most revered Gurudev, so that they bless us and allow us to know our defects in Hari Bhajan and uproot them, so that our principal devotional creeper will grow and attain the place of Krishna's lotus feet. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Jai Shri Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Tadiya तिरोभाव तिथि पूजा महा महोत्सव की जय. जय श्री गौरीदास पंडित प्रभु की जय. तदीय तिरोभाव तिथि पूजा महा महोत्सव की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.